Dear students, in this session we'll solve some examples on induction motor slip equation. Before taking up the numericals, so what are the steps involved in calculating the unknown quantities that listed here? The first step in solving the numericals on an induction motor is that first you have to, as usual, you have to list out the data given from the numerical. Analyze the problem statement properly, what he asked for, what are the given data, then which formula you have to apply. That you have to decide by carefully reading the problem statement. The third step is apply the appropriate formula. For your curriculum, some of the important formula you are using for solving the numericals on three-phase induction motors are: first one is the synchronous speed, that is the speed of the rotating magnetic field, that is given by 120 F by P, where F is the supply frequency, the P is the number of poles. The next equation what we are using is the slip of the induction motor. It's the ratio of the slip speed to the synchronous speed, that is ns minus n divided by ns. What we are getting here is the fractional slip. If we want to express in terms of percentage, you have to multiply 100. Then the third equation you are using is the rotor speed, that is given by 1 minus s into ns, where s is the slip, ns is the synchronous speed of rotating magnetic field. And the last equation we are using is the rotor frequency, that is Fr. It is expressed in terms of slip, and the stator frequency, that is Fr, is equal to S times F. The first numerical, and thus the statement what is given is a three-phase 4-pole 400 volt 50 Hz induction motor runs with a slip of 4%. Find the rotor speed and the frequency. The first step is to list the given data. What are the data what is given? P is the number of poles. You are not using this voltage that is applied, then I am leaving here. Then the next data what I am listing out here is F is equal to 50 Hz and slip is the 4%. Therefore I am expressing in terms of fraction, that is 0.04. Then what he asked for? He asked you to calculate the rotor speed and the frequency, that is N and Fr. Then the next step is to find out N, which formula you are using. To find the Fr, which formula you have to apply, that you have to write. That is, first one is the rotor speed, that is N is equal to 1 minus s into ns. Then to calculate the rotor frequency Fr, it is S times F. S times F. These are the two formula you are using to calculate N and Fr. Then first you have to concentrate on the speed of the induction motor. N is equal to 1 minus s into ns. Then you have to see the given data. That is, s is given, that is 0.04. However, ns is not given. Then the first step is to find out what is the value of the synchronous speed from the given data. That is, P is given, F is given. Therefore, the synchronous speed what we are getting here is ns is equal to 120 F by P, that is F is 50 Hz and the number of poles is 4. Then the synchronous speed what we are getting is 1500 rpm. Once we know the value of the synchronous speed, then you have to substitute in the rotor speed equation S and ns. Then we are getting the speed of the rotor, that is 1 minus 0.04 into 1500. What we are getting here is 1440 rpm is the speed of the induction motor. The next value what you have to calculate is the rotor frequency, that is S times F. S is known as well as F is also known. Therefore, Fr is equal to 0.04 into 50, that is equal to the 2 Hz. This is how you have to solve the numerical on three-phase induction motor. The next numerical, the statement. A 4-pole 3-phase induction motor operates from a supply whose frequency is 50 Hz. Calculate the speed at which the magnetic field of the stator is rotating. Means he is asking you to calculate what do you mean by what is the value of ns. The quantity you have to calculate is speed of the rotor when the slip is 0.04. You have to find out what is the rotor speed, that is n, when the slip is 0.04. Then third quantity you have to calculate is the frequency of the rotor current, that is Fr you have to calculate when the slip is 0.03. Then the fourth quantity what he asked is the frequency of the rotor current at starting. What is the frequency of the rotor current at the time of starting, that is Fr at starting. We will go by the first. You have to write the data given. Data what is given is the number of poles, the frequency and the slip. Slip is 0.03. Then the first thing what you have to calculate is speed at which the magnetic field of the stator is rotating. Means you have to calculate ns. Therefore the formula what you are applying here is you have to calculate n Fr for slip 0.03 and Fr at starting. These are the three quantity you have to calculate. Okay. The first we have to start with the ns, that is n is equal to 1 minus s into ns, that is the rotor speed, and also you have to find out the rotor frequency s times f. These are the formula to calculate the rotor speed and rotor frequency. Then the first what he asked is speed at which the magnetic field is rotating. To calculate n also we need ns, and also he asked the ns. Then you have to write the equation for ns, that is ns is equal to 120 f by p. That is the first what you have to calculate is ns. Ns is equal to 120 f by p. Therefore f is also given, the p is also given. Just you have to calculate the synchronous speed, that is 120 into 50 divided by 4. The synchronous speed what we are getting is 1500 rpm. This is straightforward. F is given and also the p is also given. Therefore we are finding out the 1500 rpm. Then the next quantity asked is speed of the rotor when the slip is 0.03. Therefore we know the synchronous speed, we know the slip, and we can calculate what is the value of the rotor speed, that is 1 minus 0.03 into 1500. Then the speed what we are getting is 1455 rpm is the speed of the rotor. Then the third quantity you have to calculate is the frequency of the rotor current when the slip is 0.03. Therefore when s is equal to 0.03, f is 50 Hz, then what is the value of Fr? Just you have to substitute 0.03 into 50, then what we are getting is 1.5 Hz. We have calculated the speed, the synchronous speed, we have calculated the speed of the rotor when the slip is 0.03, and also we are finding out the frequency of the rotor current when the slip is 0.03. The fourth one is the frequency of the rotor current at starting. Then what is the equation for the rotor frequency? It is S times F. It is S times F. Then what is the slip at the time of starting? What is slip at the time of starting? We know that at the time of starting n is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, therefore slip S is equal to ns divided by ns, that is equal to 1. Therefore at the time of starting the slip is 1, therefore it is 1 into 50, that is 50 Hz. Means at the time of starting the frequency of the rotor frequency is same as the supply frequency. Since at the starting n is equal to 0 and s is equal to 1, therefore we are getting s is equal to 1 into 50, that is 50 Hz. This is how we have to solve the numerical number 2. Next we will have got another type of numerical. Here you have to carefully read the problem. Accordingly you have to draw the circuit, analyze the problem properly. A 12 pole 3 phase alternator driven at a speed of 500 rpm. See here, a 3 phase alternator driven at a speed of 1500 rpm means there is an alternator. The speed of the alternator is 500 rpm. Supplies the power to, it is giving a supply to the 8 pole 3 phase induction motor. The alternator is connected to 3 phase induction motor. The speed of the alternator is 500 rpm and it is connected to 8 pole 3 phase induction motor. If the slip of the motor at full load is 3%, calculate the full load speed of the motor. Just I will draw the circuit for the numerical first. That is, there is a alternator. What are the alternator data? It is a 12 pole alternator driven at 500 rpm. Means, what is the speed of the alternator? Speed of the alternator means the ns is the synchronous speed of the alternator. Don't get confused the synchronous speed of the induction motor and the alternator. It is the speed of the alternator. The speed of the alternator. Then this alternator is connected to a 3-phase induction motor. There is an induction motor. The supply to this 3-phase induction motor is fed from the 3-phase alternator. So what are the data given for the induction motor? P is equal to 8 and its slip is 3%, that is equal to 0.03. These are the data given for the induction motor and the alternator. The alternator is connected to 3-phase induction motor. The supply is given to 3-phase induction motor. Then for calculating the synchronous speed of the induction motor, what we need is the supply frequency. At what frequency the alternator is generating the voltage, that you have to calculate. That is nothing but the supply frequency. Then how we are getting the supply frequency? The supply frequency you are calculating from the data of the alternator. Therefore, what I am doing here is the supply frequency is PNS by 120. PNS by 120. Therefore, the synchronous speed of the alternator is given, the number of poles of the alternator is given. Therefore, the frequency of the generated voltage you have to calculate as, that is 12 into 500 divided by 120, that is what we are getting is F is equal to 50 Hz. Means the frequency of the generated voltage is 50 Hz. That same frequency is given to induction motor. Means the frequency, the supply frequency of the induction motor is nothing but the 50 Hz. Therefore, I am writing F is equal to 50 Hz for the induction motor. There are 3 data there. Now it is available for 3-phase induction motor. One is the number of poles. The second one is the number of frequency, the supply frequency and the slip. Then what you have to calculate? Calculate the full load speed of the motor. Means what you have to calculate is N. Therefore, what is the formula you are applying? First you have to, before calculating the speed N, that is speed N is given by 1 minus S into Ns. Therefore, we want the synchronous speed of the induction motor. That is synchronous, the rotating, the field speed we need, that is the speed of the rotating magnetic field, that is the Ns. That is why I have written clearly here, synchronous speed of rotating field of an induction motor. That is given by Ns is equal to, in this case, is 120 F by P. Once again the formula is same, 120 F by P. Here F is 50 Hz, the P is 8. You have to carefully look into. It is a synchronous speed of the alternator. It is not a synchronous speed of the induction motor. You have to find out the synchronous rotating magnetic field speed by its supply frequency and the number of poles. That is Ns is equal to 120 F by P, that is 50 divided by 8. Then what we are getting here is 750 rpm. This is 750 rpm is the Ns of the induction motor. We know the synchronous speed, we know the slip, then you can calculate N very easily. That is N is equal to 1 minus S into Ns. S is given, that is 0.03, NS you are calculated 750, just you have to substitute S and NS, that is 1 minus 0.03 into 750, you are getting 727.5 RPM. It is very simple numerical, just you have to analyze the problem properly. Then what is the synchronous speed of the alternator, what is the supply frequency of the generated voltage, the same supply frequency, generated voltage is applied to the induction motor, it has become the supply frequency of the induction motor. Then you have to confine to the only the induction motor calculation. The frequency is 50 Hz, P is 8 and S is equal to 0.03. Then you calculate the what is the synchronous speed of the induction motor, that is the synchronous speed of rotating magnetic field. Then you have to calculate the rotor speed 727.5.